Tackle Junkies, what's going on, everyone? Really appreciate you guys and gals for clicking on the video. We have Big Mike with us today. Mike, let me tell you like this. Today is Friday, and I took Michael out of school today to fish, you know, to have some time with the old man here and do some fishing. He was pretty negative for majority of the day, you know. It wasn't a real positive day for Big Mike. He wasn't getting bit. You know, he's...
You guys want to hear the backstory?
There wasn't a lot of positivity, you know, from Big Mike today to really put out a decent, you know, fishing video. To put out a decent fishing video out on the water. So we're kind of changing things up a bit. Mike, do you want to add anything to that?
Okay, so the reason my day was going so bad. First, I took a night school, so I missed school, and I went fishing. I got the W. Then I got stung by a wasp.
I mean, like I always says, I got taken out of school. You were excited to be taken out of school to go fishing.
I got the W.
He left out. He got a big fat McDonald's breakfast.
Well, that was pretty
good. Big fat McDonald's breakfast. He did get the W, but I mean, there just was a lot of complaining on the water. Anyways, we don't want to drag this out too much. We were going to do a review on the Googan Scale, okay? A good amount of you guys actually asked about this scale. So I picked one up from Carl's not too long ago. You guys know the drill over there. Code TJ10 will save you guys 10 bucks on orders, $25 or more. I think it's for new subscribers only, so definitely check it out. Linked down below. We figured we needed 5 fish to weigh 5 fish with a few different scales here, just to see how accurate they are. Okay, so we have the Googan Squad Scale here, and we bought the it was like a combo pack with the pliers, and the scissors, and of course you get the scale here. I want to say it was under $40, maybe 20.
I think it was close to 30.
Maybe close to 30 bucks, I believe. If you remember, you get a nice discount on that. So we had the Googan Scale here. We have the one that we've been using for years now, which is the Connect Scale. The Connect Scale. I believe this is the newest of the Connect Scale. And then Andy had, which you guys will see Andy as well, Old Phantom Fishing in this video. It started out just me and Mike over there, and then Andy was free, so he brought his boat over there to the pond. So we were fishing out of Andy's boat at the ponds. But he had this Rapala scale in his boat, so we actually used these 3 scales. Obviously, we're not with Andy anymore, but I have this scale as well at home. So we have all 3 scales that we used here today. And I'm going to go over the weights. We have them all, Mike's beautiful handwriting here.
It may have been spelled wrong, but...
And Rapala is spelled wrong, is it? R-A-P... No, it ain't. R-A-P-A-L-A.
Oh, I thought it was an E.
No, you're right. So we have the 3 fish here. No, 5 fish, 3 scales here. And we're going to go over the weights. And we kind of thought... I mean, it's kind of fair to do it this way, but just kind of like Andy was saying, you know, the fish are kind of jumping around. I mean, the numbers will be off here and there. So we also have a 5-pound weight that we're going to weigh here at the end with each scale. And you guys might be a little shocked, actually, which scale is more accurate. And we know for sure this is exactly 5 pounds. We have a pretty decent scale upstairs, you know, for like us to use. Mike stood on it. Mike weighs 150.8.
Yeah.
150.8. You better laugh at them cheeseburgers, boy. I'm joking.
Really?
I'm not a terrible father.
Really?
But he weighs 150.8. Then he held this weight, and he was exactly 155.8. So this weight says 5 pounds. It is exactly 5 pounds. Okay? And we were hoping to get a 5-pounder today. You know, a bass, but we didn't. These are smaller fish that we got, but we just figured we needed to catch 5 fish to do this video. Okay, enough talking here. So the first fish that you're going to see, let's see here, weighed with the Connect scale was 144. Okay, the Rapala was 134, and the Googan was 132. So the Rapala and the Googan are pretty close. And the Connect scale is, what do you call that? Like a tenth? What would that be?
See it? That's a tenth. That's 100th.
So that's what? So if we have the Rapala's 134,
It's
Connect's
1/10 off.
144.
1/10 off from the Rapala.
So a tenth. It's a tenth.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure if you, I don't know.
We obviously don't know. If you guys know, that's what it is off. I don't know. Okay. So like I said, 132 Googan, 134 Apollo, 144 Connect. Now, that's not really a huge difference. If you're a tournament? If you're a tournament angler, or if you're chasing your PB and you wanted to know the exact weight, I mean, I recommend getting like a certified, high-end scale, right? These are all probably
within the $50.
$30 to $50 range. I mean, still a nice scale, but I mean, if you're looking for like, the exact weight, you may want to go to a higher end scale, or wait till the end of the video here to see just how accurate these are. Okay, fish number 2. We had, and I only caught one fish. We kind of got backboated by Andy.
I got 0 fish.
I caught 1. Andy caught 4. Mike caught 0. But we were just out there having a good time.
Yeah, I did.
Anyways, the second fish, Connect scale 230, the Rapala 229, and the Googan 236. So they were a bit closer together on the second fish, right? Yeah. Okay, third fish, Connect 122, Rapala 114, and Googan 124. Fish 4, 149 Connect, 147 Rapala, 150 Googan. So they're all pretty close with that, right? Then fish 5, 230 for Connect, 218 for the Rapala, 236 for the Googan. So once we determine here which one is the better of the 3, if you guys want me to continue this, to really figure out the better scale, I'd be more than happy to pick up one of these other 2, the Brecknell or the Catch Commander. It looks like that's more of the higher end scales. Actually, to be honest with you here, the most expensive scale at Tackle Warehouse is the Bogle Grip fish scale. Right here, I'll put a picture up on the screen, but that one right there, which that one I keep in my truck. The only thing about this one, it's not digital. So it might be kind of hard to say really what is the exact weight with this one, but I do have that one. But as far as the digital ones go, the 2 better ones that I would think that are at Tackle Warehouse would be the Brecknell. Obviously, that's what Major League Fishing uses, and the Catch Commander. So if there's other ones you guys want me to try, we can do that as well. Those just might be more accurate compared to these or some other ones that you guys have used. So let me know if you want me to keep going with this, and if there's a better way that you guys know about or to go about this. I mean, I just figured we catch 5 fish, kind of see how accurate they are, how close they are to each other, and then we'll actually weigh a weight to see really how accurate they are compared to a weight that we know exactly what it is, right? So let me know down below if you want me to keep going with this. But like I said, we're trying to focus on the Googan Squad Scale here, because that's what you guys asked about. And something else I want to mention too before we go into weighing the weight. A couple of you asked for a dunk test, like you want me to put the scale in the water. And I was going to do that. Mike wasn't too happy about that because I bought this scale for him and he don't want to ruin his scale. So I get it. And looking at these scales, when you take the backs off, I mean, there's no like waterproof seal and all that. Maybe there is if you take the backs off. Maybe there's some sort of seal in there. But I mean, just taking the backs off all 3 of them here, I'd imagine any of these that you dunk are going to be trashed, right? So I'm not going to risk, Mike's scale or whatever, dunking it in the water, because most likely it's not going to pass the test with that. I keep my scale in my boat in my center, I guess it's like a little glove box, I guess. It stays dry in there, so I never have any issues with the scale in my boat. Or keep them in my bag if I'm at the ponds and all that. Again, it's dry in my bag. If you're having issues with your scale getting wet from moisture or whatever the case may be, you may want to get one of those like waterproof Plano boxes and keep your scale in that. Obviously, if it's raining and all that, that might be an issue. You know, obviously you're going to use it in the rain, so it maybe some water will get in there and mess it up and all that. But that's just, you know, something you gotta roll with, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, even the Brecknell, if I'm even saying that right, I think it even says it on there. I mean, even this higher end scale here, I mean, it even says scale is not waterproof. So I mean, I don't know really too many scales that you can dunk in the water and they're going to be any good. I'd imagine majority of them are going to be trash. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Try to keep them as dry as possible. But like I said, we got a weight here. This is a 5-pound weight, and we know it weighs exactly 5 pounds. So let's start with the Connect scale here. Let's turn it on. Okay, turn it on here. Tare, we're at 0. You guys see we're at 0 there? If you guys can see that, we're at 0. We'll clip it on here. Okay. It's holding at 473. Okay, the Googan scale, clear. We're on 0. 0 with the clip here. That's something I'm going to say about this Googan scale. It was kind of glitchy today.
Yeah.
And now it's stuck on 0.16. Clear. Oh, yeah, it is a little glitchy. I'm hitting clear, it is holding here. Let's turn it off. Back on. Clear. Okay. Okay, see, this is not what this weighed earlier, Mike. It's holding at 446. 446. I'm going to give that a second weigh. 446. You know what? I guess we can go ahead and give Connect Scale a second weigh too. Write that down. 446. Clear. Holding at 470. Clear?
Yep.
There. $467. 467. 4.7. If we go with the 4.7, yeah, I think you need to do 3, Mike. I think we need to do 3. Let's go one more Connect scale. That way we kind of average it out. So Connect scale, Tare here. Okay, 474. All right, Googan Squad here, 3rd time, cleared. Holding 474. Okay, let's try the Rapala. Okay. I don't know if it holds or not. I guess it is whenever you push it. Okay, so we're just going to hit lock. Okay, it's locked at 471. Zeroed out here, clear scale. Number 2. All right, lock it. Locked at 469. One more time, undo it, clear scale. Lock it. Sitting at 4. Lock. 471. So the 5-pound weight for the Rapala, 471, 469, 471. And we know that weight weighs 5 pounds. The Connect scale, 473, 467, 474. Really, I mean, 473, 474, 471, 471, then the 467, 469. I mean, these scales are all around each other. I'd say if you have either one of those, you're pretty solid. The Googan, 446. You know, you want to be fair and weigh the Googan one more time. I don't know why that one low number came in there. Let's weigh the Googan one more time.
Just see if we can get a number.
Just see if it gets close to the others. Maybe it held early or something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt here. So let's clear it. Pounds. Okay, holding at 480. 480. That's the most that any of them weighed, right? 480. Okay. And you can't just keep doing this because I think that they're gonna jump around here and there, whether the weight's maybe moving a hair or whatever. I mean, but everything's pretty still. I don't think we're going to get much more accurate than this. I think these scales are just going to just jump around from time to time. So 480 on the Googan. So let's say we mark off the 446 and we got 480, right? So, babe, I guess you could put these up on the screen or however you want to do this. Like I said, 470. You know what we'll do? We'll do an average. Is there a way to do an average?
There is, but I ain't doing it.
We don't know how to do it. If my wife knows how to do it, we'll pop that up on the screen. If you guys didn't think this was fair for re-weighing the Googan the one time, again, I don't know where that 446 came from. I think it held early. But like I said, it was a tad glitchy today. But I mean, they're all glitchy from time to time. So that's nothing. That's not a dig at the Googan scale. They're all glitchy at all times, every now and again. So that's really not a big deal. But again, the 473. 467, 474 for the Connect, 471, 469, 474 for the Rapala, then 470, 474, the 480 for the Googan. So, I mean, I would think, I mean, if you look at the fish, on the fish number 1, the Googan and the Rapala are pretty close. Then if you go to the second fish, the Rapala and the Connect are pretty close. You go to the third fish, the Connect and the Googan are pretty close. You go to the fourth fish, they're all dang near right there. Then if you go to the fifth fish, the Connect and the Googan are closer. So I mean, it's hard to really say which one is more accurate. I think our best bet is going with the weight because it's moving around less than a fish would be. Either way, if you just average all three of these at 470, they're all off more than a quarter pound, right? Unless our scale is off upstairs. I don't believe it is, and the fact that the weight says 5 pounds, Mike weighed himself, then held the weight. He was exactly 5 pounds more. I mean,
Yes.
It's it. I would go with our scale, and I would go with this is 5 pounds. So they're all off. All three scales are off more than a quarter of a pound. As far as which one you believe is more accurate within the three, I mean, it's really hard to say, like I said, with weighing a fish because they're not always as still as you need them to be. So it's really hard to say which one is more accurate. Again, that's why if you guys would like to, I can pick up another scale and put it against either all three, if we can get one that's more accurate, or if you guys want to pick one of these three to go against the next one, we can kind of do like a little scale, what do you call that? Like a little scale...
Tournament.
Scale tournament. But, I don't know, guys. I mean, they're all nice scales. I mean, you guys wanted to hear about the Googan scale. You know, I think it's a solid scale. To be honest with you guys, out of the three, it's probably the most comfortable in hand. I really like the finish on there. It's kind of like a real, what do you call that, like a rubber tacky-ish feel. I mean, the Rapala one is comfortable as well. I mean, really, they're all comfortable. But I guess really what I'm going at here is the texture or the material of the Googan. It is nice in hand. Don't you agree with that, Mike? Or do you not? Do you like that texture to it?
It's super.
It's just real tacky. I believe if your hands are wet, you're going to have more grip with that Googan. Probably some good grip with the Rapala. The Connect scale here is smooth for the most part. It means there's a little texture there. It's probably the least of all three. So like I said, you would have probably more grip with the Googan or the Rapala, if that means anything to you. But they're all pretty nice scales. One thing cool about the Googan, and I would say, and the Connect, I do believe, I think Michael broke it on this one here.
I did not.
Let me get this off here. On the back of the Connect here, or on the side, there's a little deal for the tape measure, which Michael says he didn't break that, but I don't see the little clip on there to pull that out. So the Connect scale does have a tape measure on it, and the Googan also has a tape measure on it, which I think is a pretty cool feature. Like I said, they both do have this feature here, and I do believe the Googan scale is like half the price of the Connect scale, something to consider as well. But I do actually have a discount code for Connect scale, which you guys can check that out down below as well. Or like I said, you can pick this one up over there at Carl's using my code, save 10 bucks. I also picked up my Rapala scale from Carl's as well. Again, use my code, save 10 bucks. You guys can get discounts on all three of these scales. But like I said, it is nice to have the tape measure feature. It would be pretty cool. I guess this one does not have it. It would be pretty cool, and really, if all of the scales had a tape measure in them, in case it goes out, at least you can at least measure the fish and get a weight that way. But something else Mike found on this scale, you want to show him that, Mike, which I thought was pretty cool.
So, if you turn it on, it shows all of, I don't think you can see that, but if you keep hitting units, wait, it goes to pounds.
Well, let's get to the feature you're...
Then it has ounces, pounds and ounces.
It has all the basic, you know, weight stuff, but it also has a temperature on there.
Yeah, it's Celsius. It's 25 Celsius. And
like
then,
what's the temperature right now in here?
And 77 Fahrenheit.
How much?
77.
77. Well, I guess we turned the air off about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Because we're doing the video. It could be. It was 69 degrees before.
Yeah, I turned the air off.
We turned the air off, and we turned the air off so you guys didn't hear that in the video. I don't know if it really jumped up. I guess it is a little warmer in here.
Yeah, and then...
I don't know if it's that much warmer, but it is kind of cool. Whether or not that's accurate, I don't know. But it is kind of cool to have that feature on the scale here.
It also...
You know what, though? I'm going to say it probably is, because I believe we keep our house at 68, 69.
Yeah.
And like I said, when we first turned it on before we turned the air off, the scale did say 69. So I would say that probably is accurate.
And another thing is on the front of it, it says the max pounds and max kilograms.
What's that mean?
I mean, max pounds is 55. The max, I think, kilograms is 25.
Well, that's all that is, Mike, is like the scale will weigh up to 55 pounds.
Yeah.
So that's not, you know, all scales have a certain amount of weight too. Like this Rapala here is 15 pounds. The Connect scale, I don't know what this one is here. Let's see here. I don't know what this means back here. Gram, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Nice.
So yeah, I tell you, as far as the grips go, they all have pretty solid grips on them. This one here and this one here, I'd say are dang near exactly alike here. The one on the Connect scale and the one on the Rapala, they're pretty dang the same.
And then on the Googan, it's way...
Googan's got a bit bigger fish gripper there, which is nice.
Yeah.
Get a little more leverage on that, a little bit bigger.
Color scheme different.
Mike likes the green.
Yes, I like the green.
So I mean, there you have it. I don't want to drag this video out too long. I think there's 3 solid scale options for you. Again, none of them were really correct if they're all a 1/4 pound off on the 5 pound weight, 1/4 pound or more off. Like I said, if you're worried about them getting wet, I would invest in a little waterproof box from Plano or whoever. You probably get like a little Tupperware box at Walmart in the kitchen section. I mean, anything just to keep the water and moisture out. But like I said, I think it's kind of dumb to dunk them in the lake, because 9 times out of 10, even the higher end scale, like I said earlier, is going to be shot once you put it underwater. So Mike, I think that pretty much wraps it up. I mean, if you guys want to see one of these scales go against one of the other scales that I mentioned, I'd be happy to pick one of those up and do another little scale tournament for you guys. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash the thumbs up. Love you guys, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Goodbye.